Kia ora, everyone. How are you? Welcome to Tuesday the 7th. We're looking at the 8th. Maybe it is Tuesday the 7th. Yes, my name's Thane Kirby. I think Sophia's joining us tonight. It's Talkback with Thane and Sophia, and we've got a cool guest we want to introduce you to. Now, because I'm slack and I've got a daytime job and haven't looked at my production notes yet, I'm kind of had limited research time to... I haven't done the best amount of research for our guest, but what I love about that is you get to find out at the same time as the audience what the hell is going on.
Great.
So that's what we're endeavouring to do tonight. How was your day, Sophia? Welcome to the show.
Hey, good. Yeah, I've just had a shower. I'm in my pajamas. I'm feeling great.
Fabuloso.
I'm moving house. It's a lot, but I'm getting there. I'm almost unpacked. How are you enjoying my old apartment?
I'm loving it. This is your old set here.
That's it.
Here I am.
I took the couch stance.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, I used to be on the couch. That's where I would roam.
Right. I'm taking the breakfast bar.
Yeah, right. Breakfast bar. Gotcha.
Yes. You can comment at any time, and like Selena has with her comment exactly, and it'll appear up on screen. Also, if you'd like to join us tonight and be in the hot seat, maybe you have got something to say, a story you'd like to share, you could do that in the comment section right now. There is a link and you can click to it. And that will allow you to join us here. Well, okay. Let's go chat to our good friend Benny Mack.
Let's do it.
The station.
Hey, I might have to leave early tonight. Inconvenient, but I also have got a mountain of work that I haven't done whilst I've been moving house. I'll do my best to.
Good evening to Sam Corbin, who's watching via the Chapel website as well. Let's go see our. Benny Mack, how are you? You're doing some admin there, mate.
Absolutely. I've just gone down to the resource centre at the Biz here, which we operate out. Obviously, we've all got a very luxurious production office here. I went and spoke to the resource staff. I said, look, I'm running out of damn paper. I've been creating screeds and screeds upon screeds of notations. Night after night after night after night, I've been checking so many goddamn facts. They said, here, take 1,000 sheets. So this is basically a glimpse behind the scenes. What you do is you take the paper, put it right there into the clipboard, take all those other papers. Some of them might even be legal documents. It doesn't matter. They all go in the fire. And that's how you keep the production space clean. It's a minimalization. Everything's been digitally encoded into the megasphere. It's owned by the ABC corporations now. Everything's been transcribed in real time by the robots.
Can I just interrupt you there? Sorry, Benny Mack. Benny's been keeping something from us for a very long time, and I'm going to expose him tonight. He has a sauna. And this guy at any time can slink off to the sauna and just get out of all his demons and just kind of sweat them out. And have you had a sauna today or anything like that?
Just stepped out of the sauna. I'm feeling a little, what's the word? Clammy. I'm feeling a little clammy, but fresh. I've got the outdoor hose set up there, and the people that walk past it have given me strange looks. But one of the homeless people actually saw the merit in actually taking a shower, and I can see why it is refreshing.
Fantastic.
That's showers for you.
I'd love to.
Funny that.
Maybe if the phone can survive, or however you're bringing your show to us, your end phone, maybe it's a computer, we could have a show from the sauna. Maybe, I don't know.
Would it explode?
It could explode, much like what happened to CeeLo in the studio when his phone exploded in his pocket. it could happen. I'm willing to take that risk. I've been burnt last week, as you can see.
That was a sauna incident.
No, that was actually garbage. I was burnt by garbage. I've got to fix my green screen, as you can see. This is actually gamma rays. This is invisible radiation hitting your body from space. Gamma rays. No, it's but check this out. This one's from the sauna. So that's
Oh boy.
that's what we call a sauna burn, because it's one of those saunas where you've got to hatchet the lumber before you have the sauna. You got to create the hearth.
Wow.
Yeah,
That sounds awful.
intense. It's intense, and what you've got to be careful is not to get choked out on the noxious fumes, because of course, if you're creating a bonfire in a small room,
you refer to it as if it's some sort of like kinky sex act. Like, you're not going to get choked out by this situation, like by the sauna.
it's a figure of speech.
Why are the fumes inside the sauna?
I think you'll find that choked out is actually a wrestling term, Sophia.
Is it? Oh, not in my house.
Wow, to be a fly on the wall there. Mad things indeed, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, basically it's basically like setting fire to a 44-gallon petrol bomb inside a small cabinet. That's what a sauna emulates. Takes you up to about 60, 70 degrees. Is it when they throw a frog into a boiling pot of water, right, and turn the heat up slowly?
Isn't that a lobster?
Well, no. Well, there's a science one. There's a science one. No, that's how you cook lobsters. But the science experiment is the frog actually would jump out of the boiling water if it was thrown into boiling water. But if you turn it up slowly, it wouldn't actually know when it became boiling, and then thusly it would perish.
Gotcha. Yes. Same thought process.
Yeah, so if you stay in the sauna too long, what happens is your brain starts to shrivel up, and if you stand there for long enough, it'll actually run out of your ear.
Oh, yeah.
Living from Finland says sauna is awesome. I have one every week here in Finland. Thank you very much.
Yeah, like, can you overdo it? Like, I mean, Finnish people's
Surely
kind of people are. Yeah, can you guys help me with my green screen? Can you tell me when it stops going?
Hey, why?
Your green screen's just showing like a small singlet.
It's like a brick wall. Yeah, it's a tiny, tiny singlet. It was on sale. I said, "How much is your singlet?" They said it's half off. I said, "Yeah, I know it's half off. What's the price?"
Thank you very much, mate. Our special guest is here. It's time to meet Natalie-Cutler Walsh, everybody. Let's go meet her now. See you soon, Benny.
Thanks.
Evening, Natalie. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Excellent. Come and meet Sophia. This is Sophia.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
Excellent. First off, impact and visibility. Walk me through that. What is that job? Because you do that. That's what you chose to do.
Yeah, it's funny. So I'm originally from Canada. You'll pick that up pretty quick. And, the tall poppy thing here in New Zealand, right, is people feel like I can't shine bright. I need to dim my light. And I'm like, no, let's crank it up. So I'm actually Kiwi by birth and heritage, but grew up in Canada. So I'm a little bit of a combo. And I love to help impact-driven entrepreneurs. So I call myself an impact and visibility coach because I help people to amplify their impact to change the world for good. So my criteria is you got to sell something or help people with a service that is a positive impact on the world.
That is awesome. You must meet some pretty cool people.
I do.
Most examples of that. Yeah. What meeting that criteria?
Well, most of the people that I chill with and work with, I have no boundaries between friendship and client. Like, honestly, the people I work with are the people that I want to hang out with all the time, right? And they are mainly what we call solo entrepreneurs. So people they don't have staff, they don't have team, they don't have a premises. So in this interesting environment that we're in, we are the fortunate ones, really, that haven't been super as affected. Everyone's been affected. We can go into that in many, many ways. But for a lot of us, we are the ones that are able able to, we're online. We sell stuff that's digital, or we do services that can be delivered here, online. We can just tweak slightly or pivot. People like to say pirouette. I like to say evolve. We all are all evolving. And at the moment, everyone has to evolve, not just their business, but if you're not in business, your mindset, your relationship, your lifestyle, and not necessarily for the worse, where it's just, we're facing big challenges. But the people that I meet, coaches mainly in the wellness and parenting space, tend to be my people.
Wow. This sounds like Sophia, back to front, Sophia. He's in the wellness space.
I'm in the wellness space, yes, but more in a product-based environment. I'm certainly not throwing out too much advice. So
you're like, try it.
Yeah, I'm careful not to do that, but definitely scientific advice that is backed for sure. But it's a tough one with that sort of space. You want to get it right, and you don't want to step on people's toes or get anything wrong, because I'm sure, if you're amplifying something that hits someone, in a touchy spot, you might get a bit of a claw. You've got to get things right these days. There's a lot of blowback. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I know what you mean. And I think one of the things I tell people when they are nervous about, well, I don't want to say the wrong thing, or I don't want to get it wrong, because often I'll coach people for media before they get into the media or on a podcast or doing their own webinars. And I say, here's the thing. Every business is selling either love, money, or health. If you think about all the businesses, and I sell all three, so I'm really lucky, but all businesses sell those things. And when I tell business owners that, they go, oh, okay. So they're like, so I'm not being pushy, and I'm not being salesy, because that's their biggest fear. Yes, they can be worried about getting it wrong or looking stupid. But I think as soon as they realize that I'm actually selling love, or I'm actually selling, money, like they just like, oh, okay, that feels better to me. And then they get into their groove instead of worrying about what other people think or getting it wrong. Because
it's quite, I don't know, from my point of view, it would feel almost guilt loaded, when you're selling something. So even though, it's a great product, you use it yourself, you have fantastic reviews. I mean, this is speaking from my own experience, my own business, but you don't want to push somebody, you don't want to make someone uncomfortable, and you don't want to feel guilty for kind of selling your wares. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of a funny fine line. So what are your top tips for sort of selling something that is an amazing product and is great for people, but doing it in a way that feels authentic and to camera?
Well, number one, I don't believe in perfection. So that makes it, you don't have to worry about being perfect. Number two, I'm allergic to guilt. So that's cool too. That means like really, I don't want to feel bad. So a feeling bad for me is if you're living your life, you're kind of stuck sometimes in that should zone. So I talk about the disconnected zone, the should zone, the frustration zone. But where we want to get to is the impact zone, where we're having the positive impact on the world. And we're leading our life from a place of empowered choices and intentional actions. Okay, I could talk for an hour about that. But I think coming back to your question, which is like, how do you, sell something without being salesy? I think number one, especially if it's a product, is you got to love it, meaning if you don't align with that product, if you don't just love it so much, it's going to be really obvious, and it's going to feel pressured and pushed. So you need to really love that product. And I would say use it on the daily, depending on what the product is, whether it's like an exercise machine or some hair product or whatever it might be. I think you just got to love it. And then that'll just exude out of you. If you feel like, oh, I'm pushing this product and it's not in alignment with who I am or what I'm about, people are going to feel that.
Yeah, you're so right. It's really important to just kind of make sure that you're the person who can just exude that confidence. I mean, even if you do believe in something, sometimes it's hard to be in front of a camera if it's not your natural habitat. For me, obviously, I'm a little bit more used to it doing this, but I still don't do it a lot for my business. And of course, I use all my products every day, and I wholeheartedly believe in them. And like I said, I have incredible reviews, and it's all good. But, I'm easily doing this conversation, not a problem. But when it comes to representing something, you just feel a whole lot of responsibility, don't you, about getting everything right. And I wonder, you said, there's no perfection. And I definitely believe in that. And one of my business credos is progress, not perfection. Because I think it's a really important part of learning, is to always be chasing progress, because then it's not such a hard goal. Do you know what I mean? It's just better than yesterday. How do you do that? You said something about having a frame of mind. Do you make almost like a mission statement for your life before you go out and do these things? Do you sort of form this whole idea that you can take with you and use intentionally at all of the steps that you take from that day? Does that make sense, or is that confusing?
Yeah, it does. I mean, like I said, all businesses are always evolving, I would hope. And especially now, and especially this time of year, like I was just doing a session with my amplifiers this morning, and I said, I'd love you to reconnect with your mission and your goal and your intentions in your business, because we evolve and we change over time. Whether that's your money goal, your lifestyle goal, the impact that you want to have, and just to reconnect, or you just reimagine maybe, or reassert. It really depends where you're at. Because if you're at a phase where you're going through a time where you're not feeling super confident, or you're not feeling super clear, coming back to the why behind why you do it is super important. I'm sure you've heard that before.
Yeah.
But I think, even right down to who are the people I want to work with? Who are the people that I want to collaborate with? And I'm a big believer in what I call co-opetition rather than competition. So I love it when people go, I help people with connections. I actually do done for you networking. It's like dating for businesses. And often I'll be like, if you meet someone and you're like, oh, you're a personal trainer, I'm a personal trainer, and you feel like you need to avoid each other. No, you both first of all sell health and love, right? Yep. Body love and health. And you both want to help people feel empowered about their body and to be confident and to be healthy and fit. Like, how cool is that? So once you take on that philosophy, you don't see people so much as competition, but as potential collaborators in your business. And that way you can amplify your impact by collaborating with other people.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for me, I do little mission statements. Well, not little. Shouldn't belittle what I do. I will do a full plan and mission statements, and I'll have set intentions for that year, both personally and professionally. And I think it really makes a difference. And when you're open to having other people who are in a similar space as you, work-wise or life-wise, and using that collaboration, and particularly with other women, I found it to be a huge help. And I don't think I can actually remember a time where I've worked with somebody who's even in the same space that has impacted me negatively. It's always been a really positive experience.
Yeah.
And then I've been able to do that for other people and had it be positive for them as well. It's a really key point.
Yeah, I talk a little bit about upping your brave. You might have heard me mention that before. So I help people to up their brave, whatever that means. It might be getting on stage with 100 people when you can. It might be doing your own webinar. It might be suddenly, like, so one of the things I say to people is, I want you to create a $3,000 package. And a lot of people are like, I can't do that. I'm not worth that. How can I charge that much? So I think, upping their brave is something we as business owners, we got to dust ourselves off. We got to up our brave, put ourselves out there, but also, pat ourselves on the back, hopefully, for and surround ourselves, like you said, with amazing people that really inspire us and don't drag us down.
Absolutely. How do you combat loneliness? Do you have any tips for that? Obviously in COVID, people are, especially solo entrepreneurs, are pretty isolated. Do you have any top tips that you use?
Yeah, I've been in business 10 years, and the loneliness, isolation thing always comes up, way before COVID was, a thing.
Yeah.
So, but interesting. Yeah. More now than ever, because people can't have or haven't been able to have as much of that human interaction. I actually did an online networking event last week, and people were like, it's just so nice to get together. And we were only on Zoom, like we weren't even in the same room. I think the main thing is, as long as people have at least one or two people, like their go-to people or their biz BFFs, that they can be like, having a suck day, what about you? Or whatever, where they can just be really transparent. Or we sometimes call them mastermind groups, where you might have 5 or 6 people and you all speak the same language, that like other people that are moms, but they just don't get it because they don't have business. So fellow entrepreneurs, like, we speak the same language.
What have you learned about New Zealand entrepreneurs? Are they a little different than the ones you've worked with around the world? Have we got a little bit more hustle or that kind of
gosh, no. Okay, so here's what I think. And remember, I'm a Kiwi, like fourth
Yeah.
generation. But yeah, I came here when I was 23, so like 25 years ago. Here's what I see. Kiwis don't want to be pushy. They don't want to be salesy. They don't want to put themselves out there. They don't want to get it wrong. Oh my gosh, that's exhausting. I have people in business who like me are coaches, and they go, listen, I only work with Australians or people in the UK because the Kiwis just want anything for free. Like that is a little bit of the perception, just saying. So whenever we do like an early bird special, or we always say to them, you know, this my program or whatever is $2.99. Normally, you know, $4.99. Yeah. Like Kiwis love to know how much they're saving. They love to get a deal. These are total stereotypes, but I'm 10 years in business. I'm just, you know,
and I can back that up 100%. Like my biggest is Canada. They love spending.
Do they?
But New Zealand, not as much.
I should focus on Canada more. Thank you for the tip. Love it. You know, Kiwis, and they also are a little bit last minute loosey, like, you know, in terms of commitment, in terms of booking for the event or the webinar or the whatever. But once, you know, I have to say that most of my clients are Kiwis, like 95%. I love it. I love them. I love helping them. You know, you got this, you know, you get on stage. You are amazing. Like I'm a little bit of a motivator. And I feel like there's so much knowledge. There's so much talent. There's so much skill here. We ain't seen nothing yet. I just want to shine the light on people who are doing amazing things. And there's so many of them in New Zealand, as long as we help them to see it in themselves.
Has anyone benefited, any of your amplifiers or people who you work with benefited from COVID? Has COVID been a good thing for entrepreneurs, do you think?
Well, like I said, we are the lucky ones in the sense that we weren't really super affected if we had a resilient business that had multiple revenue streams. So that's the key. I love talking about multiple revenue streams coming into your business, so you have that business resilience. So I used to run these events recently this year called Thriving Teens, and it was all about empowering teenagers because they're having such a hard time. And however, a lot of those events had to get postponed or canceled, right? But luckily, I've got a few other revenue streams, you know, so I was okay. But imagine if all I did, I'm also a speaker. I had like, you know, 4 paid speaking gigs lined up. I had, you know, one for, you know, almost $3,000, you know, that disappeared. But imagine if my only income was live speaking.
Yeah.
Like I would be super volatile. So I'm a super big believer in helping people to be more resilient in business by having at least, you know, don't put all your eggs in the same basket, have at least 3 revenue streams. And that, you know, but I have seen some Kiwi businesses do well. I actually interviewed one of my ex-clients who's done amazing, not just because of me, because she's so incredible. She tripled her income in the last 18 months.
Wow.
And so I brought her in to share some gold with, you know, some of my people. Like, what did you do? And what did you stop doing? That's just as important as what did you start doing? So yeah, some people are doing well, but if they were already on the digital space, they were 10 steps ahead.
Can you make it as an entrepreneur and not be on social media or digital?
Yeah, you know, I've got a guy and he barely does anything on. I'm like, wait a minute. So let me get this straight. All you do is you do like 3 retreats a year. You have coaching clients that pay like $6,000 to work with you. And he just meets people at cafes and has chats, and he's just super calm and super genuine and super awesome. And that's his superpower. And I'm like, and I literally run like 5 private Facebook groups. I'm on Instagram. I've got 3 Facebook pages. I've got 2 websites. I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? I am a visibility coach, but leading by example. But so I'm actually doing some media training for him later this week. But so he's a great example of someone that's taking this super, just really low key approach and really connecting with his ideal clients, but not in a marketing way, just in an authentic connection way. Yeah.
How do you think our government's doing? I mean, if we're selling a problem, I mean, a message, you know, health, love, money.
Yeah.
How do you think, I mean, their media training, is it shining through, and do you see it?
You know, it's so fascinating. So I normally get people on TV. I train them to make the most of their 4-minute, if they're lucky, interview. I go on as an expert. I wrote a parenting book. I also, you know, have a business podcast. So I go on as an expert, but I also, that's the main thing. I help people get on TV. And lately I've been like, I don't know if I want to promote that at the moment. It's kind of embarrassing, you know, because I feel like we're not obviously hearing all the details that we really should be hearing about. But in saying that, I think it is important to get some true and honest and inspirational messages out into the world instead of just fear-based marketing, or what we've seen more of lately, which is called guilt-based marketing.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it is tough. And it is because we all watch the press conferences, and I don't know. You just know when you're not getting all the truth, or if you didn't ask the right question, they just
Yeah.
want to give you the information. Oh, you should have asked that. It's
Leaving things out sort of on
Yeah.
purpose, isn't it?
it's
It's
frustrating.
fascinating to observe, because I love looking at body language, right? You look at you look at the body language, and you look at the, it's fascinating. And especially when you see this is like, I'm really trying to convince you whenever your arms go bigger than the small square.
Yeah.
So there's some little tips in there with your like, nope, or the, where they look. And yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
What are some of the key body language things? I really get into that. I find it fascinating as well.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I do so I help people who are speakers. And so one of the things we do when we're watching back their video, whether it's a webinar or they're on stage or they're just practicing, is we watch it on like 2 or 3x, so quick. We watch it really quick. And when you watch something quickly, you can see habits. You can see, oh, you're a hair swiper, and they swipe their hair, like, or they rub their nose, and you can tell. So that's just, some of that is what I call speaker habits, and that we just need to be aware of and stop doing. Some of them are, I'm a hand talker, but your hands either need to be in the frame or out of the frame, not like little fingers poking up, which it's very distracting for the viewer. You know what I mean? Hey, you guys, that's annoying. You want to see my hands, or you don't want to see my hands. So, but in terms of like the politicians, I'm not the expert in that area, but I do find it very fascinating looking at the body language, like the leaning in, like, you must believe me, I'm the tilting of the head, like the nurturing. Oh my gosh.
That's my least favorite, is it makes me irate. I don't know why.
I think what it is that subconsciously you're not trusting that. And that's
yeah. Although I think I have a problem with authority anyway, so it could be,
you're a rebel at heart. It's all good.
It's triggering me.
Show me your hands.
I don't go for the talking really slow like we're in kindergarten, but we've got to do the best. That is like, oh gosh, we're adults here. Give us the news, that type of thing. So
I never get criticized for talking slow. So
no, you can't.
Yeah, and that's a big thing, though. I always talk fast when I'm trying to get a point across, but like it almost comes off like what you're saying is not worth someone's time, and you're just going to speed it up. Do you know what I mean? And I've been trying to intentionally speak slower and take up that space, even though it makes me a little bit nervous sometimes.
Yeah. So when you speak, it's fine to be excited, but there's times when you really need to slow it down, to drive your point home. And like you said, and even dropping the intent, even dropping the tone or whatever, the pitch of the voice at times. But if we spent the whole time really talking slow, it would be really annoying, right? So we want to have like intonation and expression and really being true to who we are. Like, I am hyper and excited and enthusiastic, and my business is called Go-To Girl, and everyone knows I'm all about energy and sparkles and sequins, and that's cool. But there are times when I will really drive a point home, or and there's a lot of things around stage mechanics. If you're on the actual stage, where do you stand at which point when you're telling a heartfelt story versus when you're really driving your message home to the audience? There's actually like different quadrants on the stage. It's very psychological. It's very fascinating to learn that stuff. But I love to just sometimes just be super honest and not so contrived about my hands and my voice, and just get the message to the world.
Have you ever had an issue with anyone oversharing when they've kind of really gone for the genuine raw approach, but you're kind of going too much? Back it up, buddy.
So I used to do podcasting way before podcasting was cool. Like, I was the host, and those I wrapped them up years ago. But I will often, go on Instagram Live and interview people, and just started doing this series called Up Your Brave, the Evolve series, where I'm actually going, hey guys, I'm going to dive into some topics I haven't really covered before. Because normally I'm like pricing and product and marketing and, businessy things. I'm like, we are going there, but we're going to go a little bit more spiritual. We're just going to dive into a couple more things. And that's where I did one the other day. We talked about keeping the love alive, even when you don't see eye to eye, which a lot of people are going through at the moment with friends, partners, fathers. Right? Super awkward. So it's like, how do you keep the love alive? And I was just, at one point, I'm like, where is this conversation going? But no, it was fine. We brought it back.
Yeah. Nothing worse than awkward, boy.
No, it was great. It was good.
Yeah, excellent. And so how can someone get in touch with you? How can we track you down?
On my 5 Facebook pages, my 3 websites. The best one, and it's so memorable because my name is Natalie-Cutler Walsh. It's very hard to spell. I do have Natalie-CutlerWalsh.com, no hyphen, but probably easier is Up Your Brave, which is courage and resilience, upyourbrave.com. Or on Insta at tag GoToGirlNZ. And I've started, like I said, doing these lives, and I'm doing a few things different. And sometimes I talk kind of candidly about the COVID situation a little bit. So within reason, yeah, you'll get the gist.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great to see you guys.
Yeah, great to see you, and all the best with it. I think you're doing a great thing, and I love your energy and your vibe. It's awesome.
Thanks. Good to
See you
see you.
soon. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Well, man, we've got a lot to learn. Just when I thought we'd nailed it.
I know, you and your fingers that are just always here.
Oh, do I do that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hey, we're going to cross now to a live report. We've got Benny Mack standing by. It's 9:31. Back after this, everybody. Benny Mack, come in. Coming to us live.
Yep, I read you loud and clear. Do you read me back in the studio?
We got you in the studio. We got you loud and clear. You're coming in fantastically. Well done. Where are you?
Perfect. I'm down here, St. Kevin's Arcade, right in front of the homosexual sidewalk, and right across from the brand new White Lady kiosk. And that's what I'm here to report to you today. It is operating and taking your order now.
Could we go a little closer? I'm interested. I'm familiar with the caravan. I've never seen the White Lady store. Boy.
Correct. I did miss the first part of that as a very loud bus just drove past.
Can you show us the White Lady, please? That would be amazing.
Of course, of course.
Look at this.
The White Lady is the signage since 1948, right next to Sal's new pizza. We all know where that is. You've got to order this way. That's what the sign says. Is we look inside the facility. It looks nice and clean, state of the art. All sort of kosher. We're not kosher, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And this is sort of a look across the front of the area here, and then you've got the old classic please order here sign, very reminiscent of the old school milk bars and burger joints. But as you see, orders up, and the clientele are happy.
Fantastic. I wonder if you could take a waltz down by Alt TV's old front door.
Can do. I do want to keep an eye on my burger, but I do have a very big priority here with the Kai. But we will endeavour to bring you what you do require. We're here in St. Kevin's Arcade. Should we go have a quick look around here and see what's happening?
That'd be nice. I'd love to. Yes, please.
Okay, so there's this seating area here, and then it's all nicely lit. There's some drinks here that can be had, and
yes, I did,
some music to be enjoyed. And as we push on through a little bit deeper, there's another venue down here, which I love
how St. Kevin's Arcade keeps evolving, you know?
Absolutely. They've created some sort of an elaborate maze that involves a series of tables, huge potted plants. They've even got this sort of airport-style thing there that wouldn't stop anyone, but I believe it seems to be working. The patrons here seem pretty damn happy. Quick count, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably about 25 patrons, all seated, all demaskified, and all double spiked.
Can I ask how much is for your average burger there at the White Lady these days? They were always pricey at the caravan. You know, around $19 I think.
You can pay trash money for a trash burger, or you can pay quality money for a high quality burger. And if that's your prerogative to eat garbage dollar burgers, you know where to get them. But over here at the White Lady, it's all fairly well priced, and the ingredients are fresh and delicious. For a beef, bacon, and cheese burger, you're looking at $17 dollars, but I tell you, it's like a meal in and of itself, my man.
When was the last time you ate a white lady?
Approximately 24 hours ago.
Delicious?
I'm a regular. They know me here. They've only been open a wee while, but I tell you, I make friends easily, especially when they're feeding me.
Fantastic.
I bet.
Okay.
Are you hungry?
Well, you keep your friends close and your chef even closer. And I tell you, I'm thinking of joining the homeless out here and just sleeping below the little window here.
Oh, that's dedicated, mate. Well, look, we'll leave you with your burger, and then when you're ready, come back. I'd love to go and see my old front door at Alt TV above Lamb's.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I've got a wee scooter here, hence why I'm wearing this melon on my melon. But we will be bringing you updates from here in the community, right across from homosexual crossword.
I don't know if that's what that's called, actually. Doesn't seem
We'll
quite
find
right.
out what it's called. We'll figure that out, and we'll get back to you. It could be LGBTQI plus crossword.
Benny Mack, thank you very much for your time. Benny Mack live on K Road, everybody. How exciting. And we'll catch up with Benny a bit later on in the program, because I'm so keen to be reacquainted with my old TV station. Gosh, I'd love to have a TV station again. It's kind of like I do here, don't we? You know, with this kind of...
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, what are we, chopped liver?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but what's the big appeal about having a TV station where, it's insanely expensive and no one really watches, normal TV anymore? I mean, is it an ego thing? Is it a resurrection thing? What do you think that's about?
I just always enjoyed letting people be people on TV. And no one
radio.
And radio, yeah.
Yeah, it is a big thing for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I really believe in access and anybody giving it a go. Hey, do you notice that I'm playing the show live in the background there?
I actually spotted that when we first got on air. I'm not sure why I couldn't say that, because I saw my own mug staring back at me, and it freaked me out for a second there.
Yeah.
Hey, why are the curtains still open? It's 9:37.
Oh, we had a beautiful sunset tonight. It was lovely in pink and purple. So I thought I'd put it on. And
that's very cute.
The sun's gone down now, so,
Also, if you did have a burger, because Kiwi Bear thinks that you should have a Thane burger, and I definitely agree. What would you put in it? I know there's an egg in there. I know.
I love an egg burger. I think that they're one of the best burgers you could ever have.
Drippy egg?
Yeah, it was amazing sunset out west. Yeah, nice drippy egg, I think, would be the trick.
Yeah.
Can I just ask a quick question? What has everybody got to have in their burger? And also, tell me about music TV. Does anybody watch music TV anymore?
No, thanks.
I mean, you watching MTV or what?
No.
Yeah, so...
Are you asking me?
I'm asking everybody, but what's your opinion on this?
No, I don't.
No.
No, I don't.
Time for it, or is it just not on you?
No, I don't have time for it, nor do I have the inclination. I absolutely want nothing to do with it. Because you know what, now everybody just wants to be able to decide what they want all the time without restriction.
Now with Benny Mack.
Oh, hi, Benny.
You could be outside the old Alt TV studios.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm just going to ride down the sidewalk here a few doors. I think it's this. Is it this scabby old? Is it this door here?
Right next to Verona. There it is.
Scab zone right there.
And just under those posters is my old Alt TV logo. I wonder if you can peel that poster off.
Do it.
I'll just have a look. There are people watching.
People are going to assume that you're some sort of worker.
Yeah.
You're like a little Uber driver or something.
I'm a labourer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, under here.
Yeah, it's under there somewhere.
Under there.
It's screwed on, mate. The sign's screwed on.
That's so sad.
Oh, well, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. Thank you very much, mate.
I remember those stairs.
Yeah, going up those great stairs.
Bit creaky, bit too shallow for the entire foot to fit on. Annoying.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, I'm going to fall
down. It's right
down
next to Lamb's Pharmacy, guys.
The guy
Yeah.
from Lamb's
Doesn't
Pharmacy,
he own it?
he owns it upstairs, and like so many people wanted to turn it into a bar, but he just won't allow it.
No. What's he going to do with it instead? Nothing.
Yeah, you know the production studios are still up there. The studio's still up there.
That was so much investment too.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm actually, this guy's waving at a bus. So I'm actually utilizing the bike lane. And
At the same time.
yeah, the chow's down here. But I tell you, what we've got is we've got a red light. The chow. You have come right in the middle of when I am trying to consume my chow. Why would you do that? Right across from the rock shop where we saw, of course, the rotating drum set the other day. And I am currently climbing up towards Simon Street and utilizing the
Ken's.
The
scooter
old
lane.
Ken's Yakitori.
I can actually turn the oh, yeah.
You've got quarters
Yep,
up there as well.
They're very unfriendly.
That's all open.
Kens.
Oh, it's the that Japanese kind of aggression where they could actually, you know,
You don't want
what's
to
it
say
called when they put a knife right in your gut? Hurry carry you. You could be hurry carried in a hurry if you're not respectful enough at a restaurant.
Look who it is, everybody. Hi, Thane, Sophie, and Benny.
That's lovely.
Ooh.
So there's a corner convenience store here called Quick Bites. Bites on the go.
Yeah,
And you can get involved. And there's also Kebab King, just next door to that. That's kind of like a fake little Turkish cafe,
What about the
but affordable
Science
nonetheless.
reading store?
Sorry, what was that, buddy?
The Christian Science and Reading store is behind you.
The Christian Science and Reading store. Oh yeah, I know exactly where that is, dude.
Why am I not surprised?
But no, I know where the Scientology building is.
Oh yeah, there.
Oh yeah, I've seen that
Road,
also.
yeah.
By the hospital,
Yeah, I almost got inducted into the Church of Scientology.
Yes.
I was at the Avondale market. I was at the Avondale market minding my own business, trying to get a battery for my damned watch and a key cut. And all of a sudden, some goon from Dianetics approaches me and asks if I need an IQ check. I don't need a IQ check, my guy. I'm a high-functioning individual. I've got a high IQ, and I'm also a Mensa member. What are you going to try and indoctrinate me into a cult or something? And funnily enough, they were. The Church of Scientology is connected with Dianetics, of course. L. Ron Hubbard, the founder, a Hollywood fantasy fiction writer. And but I tell you, if Tom Cruise tried to indoctrinate me into a cult, damn hell yeah, I'd be in there. I could hear that. Not too much. Yes, I've just crossed the Grafton Bridge, and exciting times indeed. So we'll come back to you in the studio, and I will relocate into my studio space. I appreciate you.
Okay, love it. I wonder if we will get a burger review. Probably that's going to happen just before 10 o'clock. Everybody.
I feel a little bit hungry now, though. I feel a bit snacky.
What have you got local in your fridge?
Vegetables and fruit. Yeah, egg whites.
I wonder what Natalie-Cutler Walsh has got in her fridge.
I don't know. I couldn't pick it. I'll tell you what my favorite burger would be, though. Okay, let's see. If I like a patty, cheese, mustard,
yeah,
Heinz ketchup, dill pickles.
Oh, I do like a dill pickle.
Kosher dill pickles. And I'll have a pickle on the side as well. More cheese. a tiny bit of shredded lettuce,
Yeah.
but only a little bit, mayo.
Mustard?
I said mustard already.
Wasn't listening. Okay.
And what else would I put in there? Oh, maybe like I would put maybe some truffle oil on the bun.
Mayonnaise?
Well, I've already put mayonnaise in there. You weren't listening.
Okay. Tomato?
No.
Pineapple?
What? No. Of course not. And maybe a bit of parmesan.
Feta?
No. It's a burger. It's a burger.
Anchovies?
No, that's for pizza.
Can't stand anchovies.
Can I tell everybody a really disappointing fact?
Yes.
Well, I moved into a new house on Saturday. And I thought, I'm going to just buy some dinner because I don't have anything in my fridge because I just moved my fridge in.
Mm.
And I thought, I'll just order some pizzas, $100, 4 pizzas, $100. And I got it's like I don't know if it's the capricciosa. I don't know how to say it because I'm not Italian. Okay, but what I do know is that pizza is bloody delicious. It should have capsicum, mushroom, all the veg, yummy cheese, anchovies, olives, some artichoke maybe. Okay, this is a $25 pizza. It came with literally only olives and anchovies with some cheese that did not taste mozzarella-y.
And you made the kids eat it.
Eat them. Huh?
You made
You
the kids eat it, and they did. It's disgusting.
Well, no, they had Hawaiian. But Lola liked it. She likes anchovies. Oh, Hayden says truffle oil and parmesan McDonald's gourmet menu. Sorry, is that an actual thing? Because I actually need to know immediately. Because I'll tell you what, I'm trying to be fit and healthy here, but I'm partial to a wee bit of Macca's when the kids want a Happy Meal. I don't know, they said they're stopping doing this now, but they do all the burgers wrapped in lettuce if you want it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you just get your burger and you just get the lettuce wrap and then you can just feel you're on your high horse.
I love being on my high horse.
Don't you just?
Yeah. Oh, sensational.
It's just the best.
Benny Mack is coming up, everybody. He's got a live show on. So if you'd like to do some open line talk back with Benny, you can. Here's a little bit of an update, everybody. This is our last week before we break for Christmas, but we will be back next year. So
Yes.
We'll give you all the updates on our social.
What are you drinking there? A Fanta from the bottle.
Leftover Fanta. My hangover Monday.
Yuck. Oh, it was on my... You know what? I didn't even get on my high horse when I spoke to you on Monday. It was like, I totally get it. I hope you feel okay.
Yeah. Slowly came back to life and I'm feeling pretty good today.
I reckon the only, like, the must-have for a hangover is, like, KFC chips with extra seasoning, Powerade, and I don't go for the blue. I go for the, the silver one,
Okay.
Yeah, because the blue one, if you feel really sick and you vomit, comes out and you're like, oh my God, what happened here? The silver one, What are you doing? Yeah, because the blue one... Oh, it's recap, Dave. Oh, of course it is. Dave, what are you doing? Kiwi Bear says last week. What the fuck? Just until January. Only until January. We're coming back. We're just taking a break.
Yeah.
For the summer.
New title sequences.
I'm going to update all of our cool Instagram things. I've been quite busy and I need to put some time and attention into it so it looks lush and vibrant and filled with new faces.
Speaking of new faces, it's gone. So we've got 10 minutes to pay it out until Buddy Boy comes on.
Okay, well, I was sitting on my Kindle. I got a new book. Okay, should I show you?
Review time with Sophia. Good.
So I got a little Kindle here, and I read it.
That's cool.
I am reading. How do I even use this? I feel like the elderly.
Elderly, everyone.
I don't know how to escape out of this thing. Oh shit. Hold on. Oh, I've taken a photo of it. Jeez Louise. How do you guys... I can't get out of this page. Anyway, okay, I think it's Stephen Covey. Personal mission statement or business mission statement. No, personal mission statement. How to write a personal mission statement. Anyway, so basically it talks about, and this is something I like to do anyway, as you know, Thane, creating, what's that annoying bed music under there?
Called annoying bed music, sorry.
Yeah. Is that the one you selected? Because it's exactly that.
Yeah.
And it's basically talks about how you create a personal mission statement for your life. Okay. So you might say, what are the things that are really important to me? And for me personally, I've had like over the years, I've gone integrity is a big one. I want to build integrity, or kindness or compassion or respect or whatever it is, and you all these things. And like, how do you want to impact the people in your life? How do you want to impact and blah, blah, blah. And you just write it down and you create this fantastic thing that then dictates. And here's the cool part about it. Without you even knowing it, by doing that, what you do is you set a standard internally as a moral compass, but also a decision-making compass that then you take out automatically into the world. And when something occurs in your life, you get to decide, does this fit with my personal mission statement for my life or not? And quite often you'll find you actually don't, you're not just accepting shit willy-nilly anymore. You're not going, oh, yeah, sure, I'll do whatever, no problem. You go, hey, look, I'd love to, maybe next time. I mean, there's a lot of examples, but do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. And I've seen you evolve, and you're doing very, very well out of it.
I think it's a real thing. I think it's great. Benny, what about you? Do you have a personal mission statement?
Yeah.
God, look at this.
We
just talked about personal mission statements, and we come on and you're eating.
Mine is actually live, laugh, love. I came up with it, and it basically means I live to eat these burgers. I love eating these burgers, and I'm laughing at you because you ain't eating these damn burgers.
Yeah, nice burger. Hey, what burger did you get in the end?
I got what's called the old school, and I call it the old school with cheese because it ain't got no damned cheese. It's a beef patty, fried egg, beetroot relish, and salad, and I add the cheese. Of course, there is some onion in there. It says white lady's own beef patty, fried onion, fresh lettuce, and tomato on a toasted bun with sauce. It's
what do they
delicious.
mean, their own beef patty?
They make them. It's not one of these frozen bogus ones that's full of fillers like cardboard. It's proper beef meat, juicy, thick, and they even handball them, slap them there on the grill. So you're not getting some frozen factory-made, fakeness.
Okay.
Is that a fair explanation?
Yeah. You got me.
Yeah.
It's sort of like on camera. Give us a bite on camera and give us a 1 out of 10.
Did not stand a chance.
I'm going to start with the chips because I mean, you get the chips. It's the classic cup in a bag scenario.
Yeah, that's good.
Why are they brown? Those top ones look a bit brown.
That's all right. They put them on there because they're sort of just testing your sensibilities. We don't like to think of this as brown. We like to think of this as well done.
No, I'll tell you what that is.
Black or white or brown about it.
They've left that shit in a fryer, and it's just that's a little.
It's a refried chip.
They've got
some people like them
over and over and over and
some
over.
Some people think that's the best chip. I don't, however. It tastes like ashes in my mouth.
Why would you eat that? I mean,
I usually don't. But I just wanted to eat it just because I love a good debate, and I'm willing to hurt and even, abuse my
endanger
taste
yourself.
buds just to not to win, but just to sort of, I don't know. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks quite yum though. That looks a bit like a chutney sauce though. I'm not into that.
No, it's not chutney sauce. I can assure you. This
What are
is
you
that
rocking?
good old-fashioned carne. I like to call it carne sauce. It's not Master Foods. It's not Waddies. It's not Heinz. It's
Straight from
made for
Gilmore's.
carnies, for people that have got their eyes too close together and small hands and smell like cabbage. We've all been there. We've all ridden the dangerous fair rides, and I mean, man, oh man, have you seen that viral video in the States where there's that fair ride and it starts shunting back and forth, and about a dozen people jump on the front of the base and put weight on it. So they're trying to like riding it like a freaking bucking bronco. Maybe we can pull that up.
No, thanks. That sounds absolutely awful.
It's horrifying, but it's
Can I make a quick
of humanity.
guys? I'm just going to jump in here for a second. Recap, Dave. Please stop calling my phone. Okay, you've got to quit now. Thank you.
That's abuse. That's abuse of knowledge, and that's actually harassment, and that can actually be, we could actually talk to your superiors, and they might sedate you if you keep this nonsense up.
Oh, Kirby says, I'll donate if we can send Benny to random restaurants to pick up a dinner we ordered. That would be so good.
Of course, but I won't be delivering it to you if you're the orderer. I will consume the damned item. I think that's what you were getting at. If you were alluding to that, I'm just making it a hell of a lot clearer. Because that's what I do on the show. I state facts. Now check this out. It's the burger. I really want to promote in the best light possible. But remember, I'm going to start with the disclaimer. This road halfway down K Road on the floor peg of a damned scooter. So that kind of explains why it looks like it's been shot in the kidneys, similar, aka it's been Alec Baldwin. But either way,
oh, what is that you just did?
It's all sort of, it's very sloppy. Yeah. It's a highly sloppy burger. Remember, of course, I almost stood on the damned thing when that Auckland bus almost killed me while I was trying to act normal.
Get your lips around that white lady. Come on.
I will do. Should I? I'm thinking I'm going to pull it out of the bag and just show you how sloppy it gets.
Please.
I'm excited. Who's excited at home? Write your comments in the chat. And the bag, I got to show you the bag. Their branding's on point. And I tell you, it may look sloppy, but everyone knows that sometimes sloppy is good.
Yum. I love chips. Oh, God.
What I got them to put on it is a bit of hot chili sauce, just a little. And they've also got this really nice garlic yogurt. It's like an aioli. A little bit of that, and I tell you, it hits just right. Trust me, I've been doing this for years. It's not my first danged rodeo. I know how this thing goes, okay? There's one uptown, there's one downtown, and there's a fake one that the cousin's sister owns in Newmarket, and they stole the damned recipe. There we go. What you want to do with the burgers when you get it, you want to sort of use gravity to sort of align. They call it aligning the planet, so I call it living your best life.
Oh.
Hello, eat a burger today. Okay, you really shouldn't play with your food. I know it's all for entertainment purposes. Mama didn't raise no fool. Let's do this. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat on this side.
It's sloppy. Come on. Oh, look at him go for it. Oh, he's got it all over his
face. God.
Okay, I'd give that a
This is making
it's got a really sort of a warming, wholesome flavor to it. It tastes like old school. It's got a realness a warmness, a realness to the flavor. It tastes like the good things about K Road and none of the bad things.
You sounds like you're describing edible lubrication.
Look, these marketing concepts could be applied to any brand, product, or service. But what I'm saying for you are buzzwords.
Ah.
Okay.
I'm stacking buzzwords. And because that's what the millennials respond to. Because they're always buzzing out on shit. But I tell you, I usually don't bite or slap them around quite like that. But I thought I'd do it for...
it's time for us to let ourselves out now. Here's recap day.
Who's calling you?
You can actually block that number and report it to cybersecurity crime.
Yeah, I might have to.
As harassment.
Oh, come on, Dave.
All right, guys, it's
Dave.
time to hand things over to Benny Mack now, everybody. Back tomorrow, Wednesday. We've got 2 guests on. We're talking to Bomber Bradbury, and also we're talking to somebody else. Selena, our producer, knows who it is, but I forgot.
Thane doesn't.
But I don't, and I had it in a message, and I should know, but I've absolutely. I wonder if Selena is watching. She could just pop on and tell us who else is on the show tomorrow. We might not be near the computer or monitoring us at the moment. It's okay. But anyways, have a great night, everybody. Back tomorrow from 9 o'clock. And I'm going to finish my Succession latest episode and go to bed. I've got an early start tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, bye.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining tonight's broadcast. I am Benny Mack. Thank you so much to Thane and Sophia for their brilliant work on tonight's show. Man, oh man, this burger is gonna have to wait. I've got a show to do, ladies and gentlemen, and the show is called Talking Smack with your brother, Benny Mack. Why am I sitting in front of a green damned screen? Well, some would say science, but no, the reason being is that on this occasion, the science has let us down. Yes, the science has let us down. The green screen is not working. It's not functionalizing to my likings. I'm an open-minded kind of guy. I'm willing to give it I'm willing to take another crack at it live on air. Let's see how we go. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. How are we looking? How are we looking? That'll do. I'm gonna call that a win. Welcome him on board. Grab yourself a drink. If you've just watched the whole last hour of the show and you haven't got yourself a drink, that's a damned crime. You could be taken in for that, frankly. You could be taken in and charged for that. Okay, Dave O'Connor, he wants the link. I'm willing to provide this guy the link, provided he provides me his vaccine pass. Otherwise, no. All welcome. We do not discriminate between the vaxxed and the unvaxxed on this show. All are welcome here because we're socially distanced, and you can't mandate that, surely. Exciting times indeed. The White Lady now has a physical store on K Road, and I think you all saw that in the last broadcast. I was pleased as punch when I found out that they were opening this physical location. Superb. Who else eats burgers? And what are acceptable items to be placed inside of a damned burger? I believe that anchovies have got no place within a burger. Or a pizza for that matter. I think they're highly irregular. Highly regular. So you're getting a slight disturbance. How unfortunate. We have got an opportunity right now to accept live callers on the broadcast. Yeah, live freaking callers on the broadcast. All you got to do is jump on the line. It's as easy as pie. I'm just going to quickly do a quick functionality check. Bear with me. Yeah, it's not too bad. The quality of the stream, it's plausible. It's like on Myth Busted. We haven't busted the damned myth, but it might just be plausible. Let's figure it out together. Let's figure it out together. Learning's more fun when you realize it can be done. I don't know if that's a Kiwi Bear Muzza, our resident cryptic genius, some say. KFC Henderson, double vax pass only. Hashtag boycott. Does that apply to the drive-through as well? I need more information on that. If it applies to the drive-through as well, that's preposterous. That is preposterous if it applies to the drive-through as well. I mean, I can understand what. I can understand why they are mandating a vax passport citing if you're going to dine inside the damn restaurant because the government's told them they have to. But we'll find out more about that from Muzza. Henderson, that's the one at the Wee. That's the one at the Wee shopping centre there, isn't it, my guy? That shit. Excuse me. What happened is I got the burger. I thought, great, I'll go down and get the burger and I'll eat it while these guys do their show. And guess what? I haven't eaten the damned burger. I tried to eat the freaking burger. One of the flakes of chili entered my esophagus. And I feel as if I might have actually lunged a small piece of the patty. Okay, here we go. Recap. Dave, I'm going to cross over to you, my brother. 1, 2, 3. Recap. My brother, are you on the line?
What happened to the introduction thing then? It wasn't coming up.
Oh, just one moment there, my friend. Let me just check the graphics package. Bad news, my guy. Bad news. They said your Vax didn't work and your Vax pass was invalid. You double checked it with Jacinda. Are you listening to the show on another device by any chance?
No, why do you say that?
Are you listening to the show on another device by any chance?
Why do you say that?
Okay, here's a very preposterous caller. He always seems to do this. He not only annoys me and the viewers, but he also baffles and confuses himself while trying to not only have a conversation and call into the show, but also watch it simultaneously while creating a endless feedback loop, which inevitably will create a high-pitch resonance sound, which will broadcast right across the internet and into your very skull, the home viewer, creating a huge seismic reaction within your eardrum, creating you to click off the stream. So let's just check back with him now, see if he's figured out tech. Have you figured out the world of tech, Dave?
Yeah.
Let's find out. Have you muted your secondary device, or are you still listening? Have you figured out the world of tech, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's really going to have to figure out his priorities if he wants to call in on the show, because at this stage we have taken the executive stance and we have booted him from contributing. Because, I mean, look, it's one thing being a contributor to the show and providing content. It's another thing. Harassing the show's callers, making prank calls, and being completely spaced out on the line, thinking that thinking that something's happening in some sort of a parallel universe when it ain't. I'm gonna eat these chips. Bear with me. So very confusing indeed for him to operate so many devices, and that's why I recommend people just stick to the one device. What ultimately is going to happen is you're going to get in a conundrum, aren't you? Much like old mate here was. He doesn't know if he's Arthur or Martha. He is literally trying to juggle Samsungs, and yeah, let's not get into it. What about up north? Up north, who's heading up north? What are your thoughts about that? And shout out to people watching across the internet, of course, on Facebook, YouTube, on Twitch. We've also got people watching on D Live. So shout out if you're watching on D Live. Sorry, I don't have any lemons or cryptocurrency loaded up. Oh, look at this. We've got an official apology. Sorry, let me on again. Benny, I promise not to have sound on another device this time. Well, my guy, your word's as good as your word is as good as manure. Some value manure, others are repulsed by the sight and smell of it, but of course some think of it as shitwid gold. I was trying to do a liquid gold sort of line. Timbo Fines, what's good, brother? What's good, brother? I got a small piece of white lady burger trapped in my esophagus. That's what's causing me to talk irregularly. I will go and check it out tomorrow. In the interim, we have our production coordinating, booking, intern, host, co-host, booker, staff member, contributor. Selena Spain, what's happening at your end in production world?
Well, what's happening is I'm here now. Yeah, I've had a little bit of a busy evening and being a social butterfly, you know.
Oh, superb.
Yeah, the K Road thing was really fun. Thanks for doing that. That's good.
No problem whatsoever. And what were your thoughts about Recap Dave struggling to operate multiple devices? Is that synonymous with his sort of personality and persona this far?
Yeah.
Is this a recurring sort of, is this kind of like one of those daydreams that turns into a recurring nightmare? It's kind of like you ask a kid to take out the trash or stop shitting in the closet, and you wake up in the morning.
I think he's borderline genius because he's so distracted, but he's also very full of ideas to keep things interesting. So, I mean, I don't know, like, how many phones does he have? Does he have?
Okay, well, that is very, very generous of you. Referring to Recap Dave as genius. Recap Dave, we're going to bring him in now and see his reactions on finding out that Selena Spain actually considers him a fucking genius.
See the best of people.
I just compared him twice. Two pieces of shit. Recap Dave, are you on the line or are you absent?
See the best of people.
Recap Dave, are you there, buddy? We're going to give you an opportunity if you're available. Oh, here he is again. Here we go. We're going to cross over to him. Recap Dave, are you on the line? Have you managed to utilize technology? As we said, I'm a great judge of character.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of questioning your judge of character, Selena. You sort of said he was a damned genius.
I said borderline is different.
Borderline genius. Okay. Dave, are you there, man? Wow. He's a real showman. And we love him for that. And
Okay.
wow.
So there's
it
a
again.
comment. There's even a comment from our guest, Natalie.
Okay.
She's saying hi. She's saying hi, Rena. Hi, who's Rena? I'll just pretend it was about me. So you were such an inspirational business owner when I started 10 years ago, but maybe
Very
doesn't relate
interesting.
to me.
Very
I don't
interesting.
think I knew
And,
it 10 years ago, but yeah. But
yeah, I mean,
what?
sorry.
Sorry.
Well, I was just saying. I mean, Natalie-Cutler Walsh is watching. Welsh is watching the show. Welsh, and I'm acting like a complete imbecile.
No, she's amazing. She's had kids, and she just knows what people are about. That's her job. Like she just understands people. Okay, so don't worry about it. She's very cool. She's very gracious. She just inspires people, and yeah, it was just great to just sort of touch base with her recently. And then I chased her up, as I do with people. Say, come on, do you want to come on or not? Look. And then, yep. And she's also got some other guests that are going to come on. So, like some startups. So, yeah. I think she has, like, heaps more to talk about, especially, like, for business. It's very important. Business continuing, and even, like, startups, to not lose hope in this climate of uncertainty. So yeah, I think we're going to get her back. I've got a short list of all the people I want to get back. It's narrowed down to about 20. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, so we can we've got a little bit of a community. We've got a community happening here, and there's no way out, and that they have to come back because they've already been hypnotized, especially because
And the coolest part about these the guests is that they're also unique, different, and brilliant. That we'd be a pack of absolute goons if we didn't sort of jump at the situation to try and sort of collaborate on a more regular basis. And in fact, I think there was talk of a little getaway up to CB's,
CB.
up sort of uptown. So
doesn't he have a place up north and Waiheke? So we probably need to book it.
From what I understand, this guy's got places from here to Timbuktu. Okay.
Yeah.
He's just that type of guy. He knows what's up, and he's all about it.
Yeah, and he's not an asshole. He just came across as a very level-headed kind of
very genuine
guy,
very grounded type of guy.
Grounded.
Now, we've got this guy in the chat, and we've actually got a few people in the chat, funnily enough, Selena Spain, that think you're a bit of all right. That's what we've got a few people.
What do you think? What would you say?
I think they're completely entitled to their opinions, and this is what Kiwi Bear Muzzer has to say. He says, why does Spain look like she has her own makeup artist and wardrobe lady on standby?
Because, I don't know, maybe I'm just born glamorous. I mean, glamorous piggy. I don't know.
Wow. And I've got a feeling that one of our viewers...
This cannot be scripted. I like that. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. This can't be scripted. And for that reason, we're going to see if Recap Dave's ready with all his systems. Recap Dave, I see you backstage there, man. Do you think you're ready to come on through? I'd hate to bring you through and your system's all wacky. Are we ready to go, Davo? Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute, not only my pleasure, but my honor to bring back this guy. Some think he's a legend. Others call him a borderline genius. I just call him Recap Dave. Yo, Recap, how's life? And,
All right. All
oh
right.
fuck!
Oh, he's there.
Wow, the
he's there.
longest reaction ever. Life's all right, and everything's everything. All your technology is working well, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
That's great. And as far as your state of mind, how are you going? Have you been taking the correct medication on time, and you've been hitting your goals?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try and start asking you some questions that don't require a yes/no answer. So during your youth, what was the most formative experience? Please go into depth.
I had some medication today.
Great. Are you concentrating on the question that I posed to you? The one about what like when you were growing up, tell me a story, a memorable story of your childhood, maybe a time when I don't know, when you were given a lot of responsibility and you let someone down. Come on, Dave. What, did you steal?
I just say talk about some good experiences. I helped Dad mow the lawns. I held the ladder for him when he was painting the house. To the top
Very responsible.
floor, on a 2-story part of the house, and it was very responsible. He said I was always there. I was always helping him doing things, and he said my brother had things half done. He didn't complete things, but I always made sure I fixed any job I was fixing, whether it be making something out of wood and everything, completed it. I always completed things.
No, I think that's a really good quality.
Then I gradually got lazy and didn't even start things, or only half did things in the end. I didn't really. I got lazy and tired, and I think it was I got over drugged, and I turned into like a drunk because of the medication.
Wow. Now, so back in the days, mowing the lawns, painting the house with the old man. Did you have a swimming pool? Did you have a paddling pool? Did the old man ever squirt you with the hose? Did you have a barrel or an outside bath? What was the situation?
We had a paddling pool when we were babies, and when we were young, up to about 4.
Do you have any memorabilia from when you were a baby?
We had a sandpit. We had a sandpit.
Ah, a sandpit.
That's what we like to hear. My niece has got a sandpit. I helped construct it. Now my brother, I bought the sand actually, went out and bought sand. My brother just replaced the canvas on it, and I've actually got some memorabilia from when I was a baby, and we sometimes show it on the show here. It's actually this is my my get-up from when
you were a baby model. He was a baby model apparently in the calendar.
Yeah, I was actually a baby model. I won a fattest baby competition, and it was awesome.
And at the front of the property, the front part of the property, outside the house, we had a patio. We had a concrete patio, and then there's a macadamia tree or something called.
Yes.
No, not macadamia. It's not a macadamia. It was another one. Macacarpa or something. And
yes, sir.
we had a table, a tea table, with a table that we had tea. Mum made tea. Had had
Scones.
had a meal for us, my sister and me, and my brother, and we sat there and had food which at lunchtime that she made,
Yeah,
and it was
perfect.
really
Okay,
good.
and that was out on the outside patio,
Yeah.
really
Nice.
yummy.
Yeah.
These are the kinds of memories that we loved. I actually remember the time that my dad tried to thrash the piss out of me because I was misbehaving,
Oh,
and
nice.
it's a great memory.
My mother spoiled me,
Wouldn't be allowed these
and she looked after me really well, and she even still she still gives me money, and she still takes me to our batch sometimes, and she I get money to my bank for food every day, so I'm drip fed with money, so I've got food money like $25 or $20 a day for food, and I'm
Oh,
always
superb.
yeah, and she's still working. She's still working, and she won't be working in September this year because she doesn't want to stand for politics again after this election. Next election,
Your
local
Oh, well,
mother?
fair
politics.
enough.
What's
Yeah,
your
she's
Right.
on
mum?
the board. She's on the board on the
Wow.
North Shore. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
she's doing great work, and you know, hey, Dave, I might treat you like a bit of a you know, a red-headed stepchild occasionally, but I must say, we do appreciate you coming in and giving your honest viewpoints. And I can tell you,
but
you and your
Benny,
mother are cut from the same cloth, man.
Ben,
You know, if I had a kid that I could pay off at $25 a day, I think that would be a dream. That
Mum's
sounds like a
82
great deal.
now. Mum just turned 82 at the end of October. She's 82
Oh well,
now.
God
And she's
bless
still
her.
working. That's amazing.
Yeah, my dad just turned 86 on the last day of November in Australia.
Whoa.
I rang him up
Oh, well,
tonight even. I talked to him for a few minutes tonight. He was very tired. He needed to go to sleep, so we only talked about 3 minutes
oh, mate. Well,
or something
how
tonight.
long does the conversation with the dad usually go? I mean, do you usually talk to him for
It
hours?
has gone an hour. Sometimes it's gone for usually about half an hour, 20 minutes. But
Yeah,
when Dad's tired, I have about 3 or 4 minutes.
that's very respectful. Now, we've heard you say in the past that other people from your family are constant talkers.
My mum and Dad talk a lot. Yeah.
Right. So your dad's quite the conversationalist. When you talk for an hour, you really go through subjects. How does that work?
Oh, he can go on. Dad goes on a lot. He talks a lot, but he makes a lot of sense. But he gets very involved in a topic, you know, something he can go on, something can. And I think he's getting old. He's getting exhausted, and he's getting really old. So
Yeah.
I have to just be kind to Dad and good to Dad because he's very lucky to get to that age, you know. And he's outlived all his relatives, you know.
Wow, what a
Or either
brilliant soul.
past and present, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think you've done well. You've obviously got a great relationship with your parents, and a lot of people don't have that. Look, you're number one son as far as I'm concerned. Now, Selena, you had
Yeah.
something you wanted to chat about?
Yeah, I typed it. I typed it to you.
Okay, superb.
That's private.
Recap, Dave.
I think he might have had a auntie. That Auntie Elvie might have lived to her 90s, but I don't know if he's the oldest of the
Dave.
family at all.
Look,
but
Dave.
I'll have to ask that.
Dave.
At this rate, Dave, you'll outlive us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on that
Don't you
note,
like the
ladies and gentlemen,
names? Oh.
Pardon?
Oh, I was just gonna say, don't you like the names of our grandparents or great grandparents? My great grandmother, great grandmother, my nana, her name was Alma Grace. Is that a beautiful
Okay.
name, Dave? Yeah. So
Yeah.
what is your Are you allowed to share your mum's name or your grandmother's name? Do you know them? They have
Mine is
pretty names.
mother's name was Thora Smith.
Laura Smith, beautiful name. Hold that
Wow,
thought.
yeah.
Recap, Dave. We're going to come right back to you after we have this important conversation with our latest guest. He is backstage. Let's bring him through.
Oh, good.
Yo, brother, what's good? What's happening at your end?
We're back again. What's good, everyone? What's good?
Exciting times, man. Nice to see you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, in fact, I've got a double screen, so we've got
Oh
a
my
screen.
god! Oh, that's exciting times. It's just like the real news and breaking news. In fact, let's just see if I can find my my breaking news sort of news flash to me, Bob. Holy shit! Breaking news, everybody. Old mate's car was just stolen. One of our buddies in chat.
Oh.
So I'm absolutely gutted to hear that you've had your wheels stolen there, chat member. And although there is literally nothing we can do in regards to recovering this vehicle, and we can't offer any financial support whatsoever, but we are offering you 100% emotional support at this moment.
Indeed. Hearts out, hearts out.
Now, what are you working on, man? If you would, could you just maybe introduce yourself, give yourself a little bit of, a bit of an intro to the people that maybe haven't seen you on the show before, and just break it down to the people at home. What's going on in your world, my guy?
Yes, welcome everyone to the Humble Studio. This has been our little spot where we've been joining in on the show, and we have been doing a little bit of music now that I'm on my student term break. So that's been fun. I actually run a bit of a podcast of my own, bit of a plug, Beat Whānau podcast. So we're all good friends in the podcast space. And apart from that, I've really just been enjoying the sunshine now that we can get out there and get a bit more done. So that's been a bit of my world. But we've got some nice new standing desk set up since the last time we joined the course. So
standing desks, very ergonomic. They say it's great for productivity, great for staff morale, and what they say, what happens in the office, if you get the secretary in there, whatever, you can adjust it to the right, tighten it. Moving right along, it seems as if Fifth Moon, the car, funnily enough, was stolen by a damned cat.
Oh wow!
I'd love to see that dash cam footage. Apparently, there is a dash cam, and if you are on D Live, there's a little graphic, a GIF image there of a cat driving a car. So that's absolutely wonderful. Okay. So, what kind of music are you working on? Is there any chance of getting us a little bit of a preview, a sneak peek, or a promo?
And sure, we sure can. It's going to be coming out of my phone mic, but that's not too bad. Let me get some. Oh, we don't want to double up. My bad.
No problem whatsoever, mate. Well caught.
Guys, looking at. Now I should be able to switch my camera around one way or another. Cool.
Now you're talking.
Here we go. So this is another great tool for people making music, a 49-inch monitor, so you can see more of your music across the screen.
So this is like a wide view kind of a peripheral vision situation, isn't it?
Exactly. You can sort of curve it around yourself, so even if you think it's too big for you, you actually will find out it's just the right size. So let's play it. I have like one here. bit of the drum and bass guys here. Always turn that up a bit. How's the quality on that? It should come up.
High quality.
There we go. That's the It's a bit hard. I've got the camera on the wrong way, but you get the drift.
Yeah, I see what you're doing there, my guy.
Yeah, so that's a bunch. I kind of do all the different styles, bit of radio pop stuff, you know, hip hop, boom bap stuff. So a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Some of that feel good sort of poppy, not poppy, but you know, it makes you feel like you're popping. Yeah, bit of a spring in your step, you know.
Yeah,
Exciting times, man. Exciting times. And the podcast, how's that going?
Oh, it's amazing. We've got a huge one coming out. Just a quick plug. We've got one of the most inspirational producers in New Zealand. His name's Sick Drums, and he's going to be joining us for the Christmas New Year's episode. So, yeah, just a little plug out there for everyone. It's going to be good.
Wow. Now, are these audio podcasts, or what's the scenario there?
Yeah, they're just audio at the moment, but the plan is to try and go video on some for next year. It's just one of those skills you just got to learn, I guess. So yeah, we're getting there.
Oh, very nice. And as far as recording it, do you record it remotely or in person?
Yeah, we've mostly done remotely for obvious reasons, but now that we're getting it back out, I want to really get back into the person ones. Yeah, just nothing beats an in person, you know. Yeah.
That's it, bro. Yeah, well, that's what I'm actually keen to try and do a little bit more on this show, have a few more in-person interviews. And I was even talking to Thane today about maybe taking it to like a live show in a small theater or something like that. With a studio audience, you know, and then we'd have more room to sort of explore the space and move around and get a bit silly. And I think that could add a whole lot more to the podcast potentially.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Now we've got Selena Spain on the line. I'm going to bring her in, and I've actually I've got something to attend to very momentarily. I'm going to put her on the line here and see if maybe she and you can sort of hit and field a few questions.
That's fine. Yeah, of course. Hi, Samir. It's so good to see you.
Yes, first time on the phone.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Totally
That's
fine.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a good shot, good angle.
Yeah, actually, I'll leave it there. I can always jump back on the computer another time.
Are you enjoying Auckland?
Oh, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm so blessed because I grew up here when I was born here, and I was here till about 4.5 before I moved with Mum and my brother to Palmerston North. So I kind of actually secretly know Auckland inside out. Like my dad was a plumber and a drain layer, so he all went around all areas of Auckland, and I was just a kid soaking up all the little routes, you know.
I have memories of being in Auckland as a child visiting family. And it's funny, And then when you come back later, and I was a bit disoriented, but then I just when I moved back, got to know Ponsonby Road, and I met a British girl, and she thought Ponsonby Road or Ponsonby was the hippest place in New Zealand. And this is like 16, 17 years ago. It is pretty cool. Yeah. But anyway, So what are you working on? Because you're always working. I know you're always working on something, chipping away at the beats. So
yeah, exactly. That's it. So I've just been catching up with a few people now at UCAN and helping out everyone, just making sure they've got all their little workflows in check, because I'm actually going to be running this is a cool little plug. I'm going to be running a little holiday course for people wanting to find out about some ways they can get some of their music that, you know, they don't really want to use for anything, that it might just be an old project file, and they can actually use this. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And the big world of everyone trying to do a video, someone's going to need some music for these videos. So we're going to be helping all the Kiwis get out there and see what.
Are you taking vocalists or people that use their voice to say poems and stuff?
Oh, I tell you, I would love to, because one thing that's really emerging is for all of the producers and all of the even the people who are just making background sounds, like there's so many ways you can just take any little bit of sound, you know, affect it up a bit, and then you've got something.
Totally. Yeah, totally. There's so many. It's endless. It's limitless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the big one.
Cool. Yeah. Did you any chance you watched last night's show?
No, I think I went in for like 10 minutes and then something happened. I had to go. But yeah, what happened last night?
Oh, those chaps were just ambient soundscapes, instrumental. There wasn't any lyrics with this, but they did live, and everyone was like pieced out, absorbed, and everyone was like, "Oh wow, this is the most relaxed I've felt." And they just, or maybe that was just me.
Yeah, no, I think
it was like
I tuned in just after. Were they at the start of the stream, or like right at the end?
Lower Bar Collective.
Yeah,
they're on Bandcamp. Are you on Bandcamp, or you don't bother? Are you actually selling your music, or you?
Yeah, I'm on Bandcamp. I've had my first couple sales, and wow, Bandcamp's just, you know, gives you so much bang for your buck. You know, I'm so blessed. Yeah, gonna try and do more on Bandcamp. Hey?
Yeah, it's just like I'm feeling really like not manic, but since last night and since I met the Lower Bar Collective, because I was sort of like inspired by what they played, I wrote a poem, and then I thought, because occasionally like I read poems and record them, and I'm trying to tap back into that voiceover thing. So what I want to do is just harass people and say, can you please listen to my voice, and maybe we can make a track together? Because I've got the way and the means. I don't need you to help me record it. But yeah, I think it's just I think this is a real opportunity for us in the community to produce something, and it's not even about whatever selling it or whatever, but it's just sort of about the community and what we can create, or who can collaborate with each other.
Yes, exactly. It kind of gets you out of bed as well, because you know that there's something like different from just the same old creative flow. There's something that, you know, really brings definition to the word creativity. You know?
Yeah. So why don't you play something in the background for us?
Oh,
can you
definitely.
do that? Yeah.
Let's see what
I gotta untangle my headphones. One sec.
Rubik's Shuffle, work in progress. Oh, that's a cool one. There we go. Oh no, not that one. We'll come back to that one.
Yeah. Just choose.
Let's. Oh yeah, we'll play this one.
Sounds good.
Yes, this is like, I took a gospel singing as a sample, and then I was like, let's try and.
Have you heard of Barbara Tucker?
No. That name rings a bell. That name rings a bell.
Did you? We had a lady called Coco on Friday. Yeah, so she is a young singer. She started out singing in church with her nana. Like she got the gospel vibe, but she's gone hip hop. Now she's gone into electronics. She'll probably, I think she has a lot of potential, and she just has those pipes where she has she has the variation in her voice, and I love that.
Oh.
Yeah, so cool. So yeah. Put your speaker up. Put your phone speaker up to it.
Yeah. Oh. That's
Very good. This is new.
Yeah, this is kind of unreleased. It's just a nice little bit of sound, and we can always just come back to it. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's just like you're. Do you prefer? Are you settling in okay up here? Because it does take time.
That's a good point. Now, because I came up here every school holiday, I can tell you with a hand on heart, I am well and truly settled. In fact, I knew I was going to be settled coming here before I even came here, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
you already knew people here, or you had some sort of support system.
Yeah, heaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucky.
I'm in fact, if anything, I'm probably the best person to help someone who is coming here. In fact, I was just talking to someone today in Paris North. He's thinking of taking his wife, and his their kid on the way to Auckland, and I was like, "Well, perfect. They knew I did it, so we're good friends. We're going to try and help them out, you know."
Yeah. Because there's actually some really lovely people here.
Mm.
I'm just thinking, and I'm just planning. I'm planning a live stream with my favorite people, and yeah, I think you should definitely be there, even if we can't all be there at the same time. Like, I can message you the details, and then we can kind of keep this going. Yeah, but so you're happy where you're living, and you're because once the weather kicks in, it can get quite humid. It's quite different to like the rest of the country. It's quite it's quite muggy and humid. But
I've been getting that humidity. Yeah, I one thing I find helps me is like I've got this nice fan that came with our little flat, so we've been going hard on that. But I think we're getting used to it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so awesome. It's just been weird because so many things have been closed, and then now, things are opening up, and like more people are able to come out. And one of the things that's quite beautiful, I don't know if you've heard of it, but the lights, Christmas lights in Franklin. Is it Franklin Road?
By the city, is it? I've heard so.
It's off Ponsonby Road. Am I right? It's Franklin Road. There are all the beautiful homes down. They all every year they light up their homes every year. They used to light it up December 1st, but so.
Yeah, no, I think this is the one my stepmom was telling me about, because I got my stepmom up here. So that I'm looking forward to just that whole experience of being in Auckland, because I've only ever come up here in holidays, but to then have that holiday time mixed with work time, it just makes you really feel like you're here for good,
Yeah, and you can be a tourist in your own town. Like you can, I can recommend for the first time, summer this year, January, I went over to Rangitoto. I went over on the ferry, did a walk. It was great. I had never been to Rangitoto before. So it was super cool to go over there. Because the ferries, if you're not aware, the ferries go Waiheke, Rangitoto, Devonport, Half Moon Bay. Yeah, they can. So,
so cool. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have a good summer. You're gonna have a good summer. Yay. Cool. Anything else you want to share? Is what's happening with the podcast?
Yeah, so the podcast, I've got so many episodes. I've taken a little break, but I'm coming back in strong. Like, I think I'm going to do a few every week, just because of how many I've got to kind of like get out from the big bag of podcasts. And I've got a few ones. I've actually, like, when I was tuning in right at the beginning of the podcast here, there was a guy who jumped on with his podcast called Better Than Before. I think you might have come across it, but His name
Okay.
was Sam. So Sam was on your guys' podcast, and then I was like,
Really?
wow, this is perfect because he's doing a podcast too, and we're planning to be on each other's podcast. Yeah.
That is a beautiful thing, and that's how you meet people, and that
Just like this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Sam was on. Was he talking with Thane or?
Yeah, I think he was with Thane. I'll get his last name now because he is.
What was so? Okay,
Yes,
cool.
Sam Ringdale.
Oh,
But yeah, I think you might not have been in it.
I wonder if that was
Yeah.
Is he a musician?
No, he's not a musician. He's just trying to encourage people into like healthy living, growth mindset.
Yep.
You
Positive guy.
Positive guy.
Positive guy. Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
I remember.
I mean, like my podcast kind of has that same positivity thing running for it. So I thought, this is perfect.
It
So
does.
yeah, that's the plan.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And you also do regular live streams, eh? You do
That's the
regular
one. Yeah.
live streams on Facebook.
Facebook and Twitch. Yeah.
So people have to subscribe to you, or they have to at least follow you to get the notification to enjoy your live stream. Yeah.
And that's so I dropped so many like really, really helpful tricks and tips, especially on Twitch, because that's really focused towards, you can categorize it. So like you'll find me in my live stream, I'm next to everyone else's production ones.
Yeah.
And we're doing music. So it's Twitch and Facebook are the two really good ones for me. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Twitch I enjoy. Sometimes I follow this female musician, beautiful voice. She plays guitar, and and some Japanese lo-fi. Anyway,
Nice.
but yeah, do you get a good audience on Twitch?
Yeah. It's I've got a steady few people at once. Like there's not like there's no double digits yet. But I tell you, it's not far away because I started a YouTube channel. I need to get back onto it. But now that it's all good weather, back into the game. Yeah. So the YouTube channel is kind of just like an extension what started with the live streams, because I wanted to sort of edit things up a bit and make things nice and digestible. So it's the next plan.
Yeah, you should do shorts. I like doing the shorts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe if we, everyone puts their heads together, they can, make a cool short here and there. But, I think video is quite. Anyway, so Benny's back.
What's your Twitch channel, bro?
Yes, it is just called Dick Tricks. So it's the same name, DECKTRIK. So we can give you guys a link. It's just literally twitch.tv/Dick.
Oh, Dick Trick, not Tricks.
Yeah, not Dick Tricks. But if you do say Dick Tricks, I don't care, because it kind of sounds cool as well,
Okay, Dick Trick.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
cool.
Everything I'm up to, yeah.
Great. Oh my god, cool. Benny, any questions?
Last minute questions, Benny?
I mean, a lot of people that watch podcasts are interested in getting into them. What was your first podcast like?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Yeah, it went so smooth, honestly. I'm very lucky. I actually did radio for almost 10 years in Palmerston North. I started when I was 15, and I literally went right up till July this year. So I'm 24 now. So I've been very blessed to sort of just learn on the job when it comes to those kind of speaking roles and kind of keeping things smooth. But to anyone else like looking at getting into it, there is nothing wrong with butchering your first few, because whether you want to start out just practicing some Zoom calls with your friends before you hit record. There's so many ways to go about it. The main thing is just knowing that everyone's uniquely got their own way of talking, and that's the best way for you to get that engagement. So people know you're real.
So do you use Zoom? Do you?
Yeah. Zoom is amazing. Like when I realized you could record and it just automatically saves, I was like, gosh, I cannot stuff this up. As long as it's recording, it's going to automatically save. I won't lose the file. It's super, super good, you know?
Yeah, it is really good. And it's pretty incredible the way that Zoom in the last 2 years has sort of become the go-to video conferencing platform. It kind of blew Skype or anything else out of the water, didn't it?
It did. It was the new word to add to the old dictionary, like a verb.
Especially this time although like March, April last year, and the beginning of that other lockdown. Yeah, it was all like Zoom for everybody. But I wasn't really doing Zooms then. I was all on email for me back then. Yeah.
Now, are you guys familiar with any of the situations where Zoom meetings were actually crashed by trolls and people like that?
Really? Hacked?
Yeah. Well, they basically all you need to do is get a link to join the call, which could be leaked by any one person in the group.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I think this was probably covered eventually in the news. There was probably some commentary on this. Yes.
Oh yeah. This was quite well documented across the news and international news, of course. It was very predominant in America, and
so something that was meant to be a private chat within a business, and it was hackable because
a lot of schoolrooms were hacked. So you'd have trolls entering school classrooms and creating disturbances and things like that.
That's terrible.
So yeah, there's lots of ways to really to do that. So it's kind of interesting, really, isn't it?
I think some of the schools use Google Meet. As far as I know, they use the Google Meet.
I mean, even on this,
but I don't know how even secured that can be. So
yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but even on this, even this platform we're using right now, if some unscrupulous individual really wanted to, they could take the link from the chat there that we've been posting all night. Come in here, and as soon as I cut to them live on air, they could unleash a righteous tirade of anti-Semitic hate speech and racist banter, and then stand up and expose their genitalia. So I'd have to be very quick with the kill switch. And this has happened. This stuff happens, you know. These trolls are very cunning with their tactics, and they'll stop at nothing to try and take down the system. Whether it's ban someone's YouTube channel or try and get their
we haven't had one yet.
Community guidelines.
Yeah, but there's been some hideous comments, but there hasn't been one that's like hit the link and just bombarded. They haven't bombarded through video, but
well, all I can say to you is that it's always possible, and there's no time like the present.
So Samir, would you play a little bit of tunage for the last few minutes? That'd be nice.
Yes, perfect. I'm going to play one from my good friend called Yancy. Let's just wait.
Make the watch available in a range of colors and styles.
Yeah, no problem whatsoever. That is a way of life, isn't it? We're constantly being sold products, services, and brands.
Yes. Just a bit of a remix to Fat Freddy's Drop, but more drums.
Oh, cool.
The bro, yes.
Ah, cool, man.
Take my eyes that I could be so blind.
Haha.
Nice.
Yeah, just these little clips of New Zealand music coming back in the new way, you know.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure, like, this isn't going to be a copyright problem, because
No, this
it up.
kind of just slides under the radar. Yeah. So yeah, we're all good. Yeah.
Because I was worried the other day that someone was playing their radio in the background, or they were playing music in the background while they were on screen. And it's just something that I reposted, and I just
all that'll generally happen there is you know, I mean, a copyright strike doesn't really affect your channel as such, because it's more of it's not really a strike, it's more just like a notice.
It's a claim.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's not so bad.
Yeah, it does. Basically, what happens is it may mute your audio depending on the platform, or it might not be available to be viewed in some regions. But I think generally it's.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Yep. I dealt with that the other day. Actually, it was said it was muted in some regions.
Yeah, I think that was the Polifui Mana.
Now this was yes, I agree that I know about that one for sure. But this was a personal one that I made, and I just used a well-known house track, and posted on Facebook. And the story, in my story feed, it was fine, but if I posted to my page, it said it was muted in a few regions, and it's fine. It's only like a 15-second video, so.
Okay, well, we're going to let you off this time. We're not going to call the FBI because this is not really a criminal copyright case, is it? Let's look at it this way. You know Kim.com. Now, just bear with me. I'm just trying to figure out something here. Sharing my screen, and because I've got something relevant to the broadcast. Look what I found, guys. Who the fuck's this guy?
Oh, brilliant.
You found it.
You found him, Ben.
We have basically scraped the World Wide Web for information, and we have deemed this this is factual. This is coming from a good source, and but one problem is that it is Dick Trick, Palmerston North, New Zealand.
You need to change your location.
I'm offended as a Aucklander. I'm highly offended with that.
Yes.
And I'm also doubting your what's the appropriate term?
His
factual.
I know the word you're thinking of. Are you committed?
Yeah.
Are you committed to the city?
Look at it this way. It's like you've just joined a frat, okay? Look, I'm not going to make you run down the middle of Queen Street and paddle your ass. But all I ask, my friend, is, But I mean, it does actually look cool that it says Palmerston North. So I'm kind of about that as well.
You know what? If you now that we're live, I'm gonna quickly join the club because I love the Miss Auckland Club. I love it, and I'm gonna just put it over right now.
What a paranoid guy that I'm making people be because of my own, what's the word?
Smear.
Schizophrenia.
Yes. Does Samir have his own website?
Yes, I do.
And do you have your email on there? How can we contact you?
Yes, I believe it's on my.
Because I'm making a list here.
Oh yeah, it's on .com. Brothersgood.com.
Dicktrick.com, and
it's
now at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've also scraped the internet for that information because that's how we do. And I can tell you, I ain't no young Jamie, and this ain't no Joe Rogan, but I tell you, we got the link.
Good. This is excellent. Oh, brilliant. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So, Samir, do you have any gigs? What are your gigs coming up?
Yeah, I'm actually just waiting back to hear about some New Year's Eve gigs, like, you know, just things that have been put out there to all of us DJs, and we all kind of just, you know, big name in a hat. Who knows? Dietrich might be drawn out, and otherwise I'll be sure to just join in the festive celebrations, head along to a gig and enjoy it, you know.
Well, why don't we try and see about bribing the organisers of the Cross Street Festival, one of our guests on the show, and why don't we go about bribing the owner or the creator of R&B, because I mean.
Yeah, well, we've had Hamish, right, on the show.
I will even book, as soon as I saw Hamish on the show, I went and proceeded to check out the Phoenix Foundation, got my tickets to find out, you know, it's been postponed, but mate, I'm right with you guys. I think a bit of bribery could go a long way, you know.
Absolutely, I think there's nothing wrong with that in this day and age. Some may consider it larceny, grand larcening. Others might say that it's money laundering. Others might just say that it's simple wire fraud. But you know what I say? I just say it's koha.
Yeah, no, what it is. No, they want numbers. What they need is numbers. And if they want numbers, they need us. So they need us.
I agree, because we're going to bring them realness. And it has been a real show. I appreciate you for coming through, Samir. Thank you, my guy.
Always a pleasure, guys.
And we go live 6 nights a week. You know, sometimes we do a replay if we really feel like we're worn out. But you're welcome anytime that you see us go live. Okay, brother?
Awesome.
Lovely.
Okay, buddy. We'll talk soon. And Selena, Spain, how was the show for you tonight?
A lot happened. I just rewind. Like, yeah, it's a lot. A lot happens in 2 hours. It's a lot to process. You can't just break it down in 1 second. So yeah, I think what I want to finalize this is with the community. I think what we're doing here is growing community, right? So I just don't want to get too funny about it. But yeah, I'm building a list, and I also spoke to someone who was really willing. She was in Hawaii, and then she left, and then she was going back to San Francisco. She's a mobile tech journalist, so she was going to be on like Thursday.
Oh yeah, the UV specialist.
Yeah, she's definitely an early adopter. She's very bright. Yeah, we've been through a lot because I used to edit her podcast and stuff, but yeah,
a generation of new world thinkers.
Yeah, no, what we're gonna do is we might pre-record. So yeah, to get global guests, we might need to do like pre-records. Yeah, so I can totally organize that. And yeah, it was wonderful to have Natalie. And
is that due to the time delay?
Yeah, and she was traveling. She was traveling right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why we can't just go live at strange times.
Yeah. Well, how? And then I can just mash it up because but I have problems with it all. I can do some stuff in the studio, but yeah, just some stuff I need other experts.
Yeah.
So,
no doubt.
Yeah, but what a range of people and information through the chat. Interactiveness is always appreciated.
We also reminisced about of days past, painting at the house, holding the ladder, getting squirted in the face by Dad with the garden hose.
Yeah. So, there's some things you might remember your dad being like beating you or whatever. Like that's
and you might remember. No, that may be a fond memory.
Well,
you might find that as a hilarious situation where
it's
you as a son sort of. Well, no, I think anything can be. The humor can be found in the damnedest places, and I think having a memory like that of your father wailing on you and you as a son asserting your own sense of dominance over the
Yeah.
situation. I think that creates a loving and fond memory. I think there's a
That's-
lot of
Yeah.
hate and anger put around
Yeah.
the beating of children, because I think that there's a difference between discipline and beating, and there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with disciplining a child who's frankly out of
A little
control.
shit.
Can you imagine having to father me? The guy was a saint. I can't say a
You'd
bad
be
word
like,
about him.
yeah, you'd be like a little entrepreneur at 4, and then you're like, give me the fucking camera. I can do it better than you. And you'd be like, I can take a
Exactly.
better video. Yeah.
Exactly. I was literally producing the
Yeah.
family Christmas production right there on
Yeah,
the center stage
exactly.
in the lounge, and I can tell you, it was great. Our rendition of, Simon and the Chipmunks was the best.
Brilliant. I
Okay,
totally
well,
remember. Oh, well, no, I was just going to tell a
you
quick
totally
mushroom
remember.
story.
You totally remember. I think you've been tripping on mushrooms. It's 10 past 11.
Talking about
That's our show, and what
Yeah.
a show it was. Selenia, Spain, thanks for coming through this evening.
Thank you.
No problem whatsoever. And that's it for the show, ladies and gentlemen. Talking smack with Benny Mack. And what do you think of my new shirt? It's New Balance. Why? Because if your balance is old, you'll fall down. And if your balance is new, well, frankly, I remember this brand, New Balance, or NB, is old school. I remember it from like the 80s, something like that. We used to mock, laugh, and point at the nerd children that wore this brand. Because back then, it was lame, super lame. I've got a feeling on some levels that it is still a super lame brand, but I can tell you it's a high quality brand, and it was priced right. And it was a singlet. I was in the shopping scenario that we've all been in. You need to find the item, the magical item. I tell you, I went on a shopping spree. Maybe we could bring. I know Selena Spain didn't want to finish it up straight away, but do you want to see my
Yes,
me shopping
shopping.
spree?
Of course.
Yeah, me
of
shopping
course.
spree. So
Yeah.
I went on a wee shopping spree
love
the other
shopping.
day, and okay, well, this is me bag. This is me NB bag.
Oh, great.
Because do you guys remember the letter or the word NB? And would you write it on a letter, NB?
What does it actually stand for?
New Balance.
Yeah, but other than like that, what does it stand for in a letter or in an editorial sense?
I don't know. You can check on that right now while I do this sort of unbagging, as they call it, or as I'm going to call it. Well, guess what I did is I got 2 of these NB shirts. I got a matching NB shirt, the same one. Because what's
Beautiful.
better than one
Nice
NB
fabric.
shirt? 2
Is it
NB shirts.
Quick
Yeah, it's
dry?
one of those quick dry ones.
Yes,
Yeah,
quick dry.
So basically, I'm going to be doing, and it's also one of those.
Oh no!
But everybody, we're all having a great show here, and the price was right. We can show you the item.
Yeah.
Price right. Is that
Brilliant.
good buying?
It's a bargain. Yes, that's brilliant.
And
it's a very durable fabric, quick dry. Yeah, it'll last you ages.
And absolutely ages. And I wanted the Nike ones. I like the Nike ones because they're like the basketball ones. I got like 4 of them on sale once. I kept 2, gave 2 of them away to my best buddies. One of them took off. One of my buddies took off to Japan. I bet you he took the damn singlet, and I haven't heard from him since.
Oh, well, why doesn't he come on the show and show up?
No, I literally don't know where the damned guy is. He went. He went. Troppo. Okay, so I've also got more I've got more singlets to talk about.
You've got any shorts? Did you buy any shorts?
Yeah.
That's next.
Shorts, a shirt.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so this is my Aotearoa 10.
Oh, nice.
This is
lovely.
my new Aotearoa 10 shirt. So we've got that one there. That's going to be, I'm going to wear that on the poddy. I'm going to wear that on the pod for sure. That's one that I can wear to the beach, to the cafe, to the gym, and even pass out on a bush, drunkenly pass out in a bush. Oh, we didn't do a price check. Price check on aisle 3, price check on aisle 3. You've got a motherfucking bargain. I don't know. They ripped off the tag. Did I receive the receipt? No, I generally don't. I usually say you can take the receipt and restaff it. I think it was like I'm going to say $30, $35.
Good. Yeah.
I'm not in a position to spend much more than that.
Do you know
Why?
what?
Because I'm in for a deal. Yeah, go right ahead.
Just before you get the next item, you know what I love? Just driving past and
Love's
seeing...
a strong word. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
It's driving past and seeing kids playing basketball at a park, and it just makes you think, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get my basketball. I'm gonna buy myself a new basketball. I'm totally gonna go down there.
Okay, talking of basketball, name the brand.
Oh, Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and 01. We went with 01, so we've got 10 Aotearoa, 01, which is obviously the inverse, of course. And I'm putting a $30 to $35 price tag item. These are actually, we can do the things because they're not, although I must not say that this is a low value item, it's certainly not a high value item. Okay, so these are relatively low value items. Let's just clear that up.
So you're not going to sell them. Why would you resell them already?
No, I'm not. I just wanted to use the integration because it's cool. And if you're listening on sound or audio only, I pity you.
Yeah.
I pity
No, don't say that. No, because I'm going to edit that out.
Oh, great. Now she's editing my humor. The guests love me for my cutting humor, but the producers manipulating the content in the back end without even me getting to sign it off. So she's actually creating her own executive. She's actually I'll double guess whether any of my gags make it.
Yeah. So most of them do. But
so anyway, I was talking to audio only. This is for audio only. But I've got a disclaimer in here because I'm smart. If you are sight impaired or seeing impaired, this is not an insult to you. I'm only talking about the people that are choosing not to watch because I tell you, I'm going to describe these items. Ooh la la. Okay, I went shopping. Who wants to see the damned shopping? Because you see with your eyes, not your ears, audio listeners. This is a experience. Okay, I got a. Are
you going to tell us where you went shopping? Which mall or which area of
Outlet
Auckland?
Mall. I went to the Only Hunger outlet. Why? Because
wow! I haven't been there for ages. Yeah.
Oh well, you haven't had. You haven't.
They're amazing.
You know, it's called an outlet store, but I don't look at it like that. I let it in.
It's a maze there. Like you have to be focused. You have to know what you want, and you just do it. Yeah.
Did you get that? Did you get that outlet store joke I made about letting it in?
No, can you redo it?
What I like about, the layman may think of it as an outlet store, but I like to think of it as letting it in. Because they're the ones letting it out, aren't they? And you're the ones that are taking it on. And let it in, don't let it into your body too much. It's a close. It should be applied externally.
Oh, wow, what's that? That's cool. That's a
high
cool.
value. That's a low value but high quality item.
No. I love shirts. Yeah, that's cool. Benny, shit. That
suits
a
shirt.
You. No, that suits you because I actually because of the white on the glasses and the white on the shirt. Oh, now
I
we're
bought
talking.
this with my own hard-earned money supplied to me by the government.
Oh,
Back remunerated to me in the form of a payment. Okay, so this is working. You know, I've got the singlet on under there. If you wear a shirt, you don't really want to wear the damn singlet under there. It's going to make it feel like one size out or half a size out. If it's a great fitting shirt, you don't want it feeling like it's half a size out. Why? Because then you question your plasticity. Let's just go with that word for a word. All right.
No, keep it on. That's super cool.
We're still. Are
you going to try on more?
See, this is the trouble with having a producer, guys. All of a sudden, they think that they can tell you what to do, how to think, what to say, what to wear, how to act. All of a sudden, you'll be wanting to pump me full of chips and drugs and have it way with me. But no, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move right along on the broadcast because that's what we do. We know how to make headroom. And look at that. I've even got, these are the shorts that I bought. When I saw them, they reminded me of David Hasselhoff. And I'm going to actually recreate that scene from Baywatch with my titties bouncing as I run. And I'm going to do that down Mission Bay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be wearing a jock strap because otherwise my hog would be on full display. These are tight. And we're going to move right on.
That's so great. You thought of Dave. Oh,
that's a $30 item.
Okay,
and
great.
I've also got these ones. These are wow. How's my
Hey, the library's back. How'd you do that? Hey. Yeah.
Well, it's been there, but what it is these are green. These are kind of a green type of tog.
That's amazing, like that you do that, and it's sort of transparent, but sort of not like the library is there.
Yeah, so that's another high quality item. That is a XXL short, and I tell you, whoever these people are that are sizing these shorts up, they are skinny little runt humans. Because I tell you, if a pair of XXLs are tight on your sack, they're not accounting for the fact that if you're a XXL, you've also got a XXL hog. So let's move right on. Okay, let's move right on. Orange. Who likes the color orange?
Great.
It's like a convict color. We're doing it for summer. I'm going to run down the beach. I'm going to give myself shin splints from falling in a hole that a damn toddler built.
We could totally do a Baywatch ad.
Yep, I'm going to work on my abs. I'm going to get literally
I'll need to get a fake tan.
Yeah, so I'm going to work on my abdomen region. You know, most people, when they're exercising, they use bungee cords to flex on. I'm going to literally tie them around my waist and make a grid of basically gut cells, and we'll create it into a six-pack right there on the abdomen.
Love it.
On the abdomen! Okay, so we've got this other item here. Ooh, this is troubling. This is a troubling scenario. It's when you purchase a new item and it's got a factory flaw. Don't worry, I've got this. It's a Swiss Army knife. It got sent to me from the war. All you have to do is start hacking at the clothing. Return it back to them, say there's a flaw, and then you'll be disappointed because they'll say, we don't take returns. It's an outlet store.
They didn't take the security tag off? Is that right?
No, it's fine. I was just improvising because I'm an actor.
Yes, I told you that.
Actor.
I told you I'm an actor.
Okay, so I totally got a job selling chicken nuggets just like Harley, because I sold my own chicken nuggets to my mum. She loves them. My mum said I'm amazing. Okay, so.
Well, she's not wrong, is she? What is a mother ever wrong?
Here we go. Oh, this one's a little bit looser, isn't it?
Stripes is great.
Okay, so they say that these are slimming, but you know what it is? It actually looks like a tree trunk. So what it is when you cut a tree, you steal the lines there. This means that I'm 300, and you know, when you start swimming, Don't wear it at the beach. Don't wear it at the beach. It's not a rashy, but it's going to give you a rash if you keep moving too much at the beach. Because at the beach, you don't wear a damn shirt. You're not 80 yet, like old mate's dad. You know, the old guy that can only talk for 3 damn minutes. I talk for a whole 60 because why? I get Selena Spain to do the heavy lifting work when I don't know what to talk about. Here we go. We've got the damn shirt. I'm going to put that back.
That's great. Just, are you gonna hang those up, or you just chuck them and just doesn't matter? Like, you're not worried about creases. You just chuck.
That's the producer asking me inane questions. Obviously, I'm going to get you, and you're going to be steaming them. You're going to be doing all the thing. Put them over down in the damned wardrobe thing. Before I come on and do the show, they better be pressed. Yeah. Thanks for joining us on the show, Selena Spain. Any last final thoughts? I know you don't like that question.
No. I know there's only one time I didn't like it. Only one time. Once. I just overreacted a little bit. But final thoughts, or what day is it? It's Tuesday?
Is that your thought? You're wondering about what day it is?
No, because sometimes
Oh, that's why I stopped asking it. Okay, well, I hope you've had a great night.
Yep.
You've had a great night. Okay, This show is dragging on forever, everybody. We hope you appreciate Talking Smack with Benny Mack. You better you quickly go over to YouTube. It's youtube.com/Benny Mack. You might have to put channel in between there. Okay, thanks, Selena. Spain.
Thank you.
Okay.
Are you okay? Well,
I'm okay. I'll be okay.